replay.
I see. Alright, so you'll be observing, right?
Yep, I'm observing, so on the stream is whatever, well, I see.
Yep. Are you clicking around?
Yeah, I am. You can also click around and move at will and call out what's happening.
Ah, so this works different from Dota. We don't share the same observing angle?
Yeah, you don't. I know in Dota sometimes you have dedicated observers, sometimes the players will...
Yeah, we just follow what the observers
Yeah.
see.
I know in some StarCraft 2 tournaments they do that, but here, but for a bit of the smaller scale tournaments, it actually makes sense, right, that players can look around and look at the different things happening, maybe call something that, you know, you're not looking at, or call attention to something that's not that you didn't notice, because, you know, StarCraft a lot of action a lot of the time, thankfully. So, spawning at the top of Death Aura. The Aura of Death. This is kind of a jungle, I guess. It says here Photon, but I believe it is Nameless, and he's gone for a very, very, very standard build. And on the other side, from the Dopen clan, it is Baysian.
Baysian, is that how you pronounce it?
I
was
guess
waiting
so.
for you to read it.
I mean, that's always the issue when you're playing with these, right? Some of the names is like, how do I read this? How do I pronounce this? Good lord. You know somebody sent me a replay and the name was in Korean?
Sorry, what?
Somebody sent me a replay once, but the name of the opponent was in Korean.
That's just say, just pronounce the race, I guess. That's how it works.
Yeah, so eventually we were like, oh, the blue Terran. I think it was a blue Terran or something. Blue Terran, blue Proto, whatever. But yes.
Pretty standard opening on the Terran, playing the macro game, going on 1-1 with a Reaper, with a second CC coming up.
Interesting choice to skip the Marine, but that's something you could do if you want a slightly faster reactor.
It's pretty greedy though, like going one Reaper into the reactor, but I mean, there's only 4 lanes. Is the Reaper, wait, where's the Reaper? Is the Reaper moving across?
Yep,
Yeah,
Reaper's almost at the next base.
It's fine.
Yeah,
Can't be greedy.
the Reaper shouldn't realistically get any actual damage done. Maybe kill a leg at best. But again, like we see.
Queen is up.
Yep. We see. Okay, gets a leg as like good control by Photon. A drone is not dead, but again, the Reaper being here is just giving him scouting info. Oh, that's a pretty deep dive. I think it was going for the creep tumor.
Yep,
Let's see.
Fortunately.
Oh.
I think the Reaper just wants to, because he went really greedy build where he just swapped over. So at this like 3 minutes mark, he has nothing but just one Reaper.
Yep.
So the Reaper is just basically distracting the links from coming over to the base, because basically when the link hit the base, then he has Baysian basically has nothing to stop the push or stop the SCV from dying.
Yep. Well, he does now, but you are correct. At that point in time, this Reaper represented his entire military forces on the field.
Yeah, before the Helium got
Yep.
produced.
Okay, very interesting. Is it gonna be Cloak Banshee or is it gonna be Battle Cruiser?
There's no fusion.
And it's Banshees, okay. I always like seeing Battle Cruisers because it's kind of like seeing that hero unit. Because Battle Cruisers are, you know, a high risk, high reward unit. Oh, and here goes the Reaper and it's dead.
Yeah, that's what you do to me, I remember. That's how we met. The Battlecruiser took Reaper proxy into Battlecruiser.
Oh yes, that happened.
3 base now for the Zerg, and production currently nothing much. Just slowly droning up, and wants to play the macro game, seems like both sides.
Yep. Okay, here come the Hellions, able to get a couple of tumors. It's a nice catch, although I think he wanted to go for drone damage.
Yeah, nice. The Queen just plays right outside of the third base, and in this map, I believe, that's not the only path, but that's the closest path. There's one path down the left, but I don't think he would choose that path either.
It seems unlikely. This is actually quite interesting for the Banshee because there was no cloak behind this and only a single Banshee, which is slightly uncommon, but at the same time you do save yourself a good amount of gas and it allows you to tech out of that faster. ZCC is almost done for the Terran, both sides playing the macro game. I mean, I would like these Hellions to try to do a bit more, but at the same time, if you lose all the Hellions, you are in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, but there's a couple of Hellions in the base as well, so I guess these... It's just basically serve the same purpose as the Reaper, trying to like scout out and understand what the Zerg is going for and prepare for the next push.
Yeah.
Feels like going a mech game, 3 factories in the base.
It's certainly going back, and it's also looking like he's gearing up towards battle mech. Getting, you know, the Cyclones. Although, I don't know, I feel that if you go battle mech, you might want to get like just a couple of safety tanks. What has Baysian actually scouted?
Command center.
Baysian scouted nothing much, just a hat-trick and a pool.
Yeah.
Because the Queen is just doing a good security guard right in front of the door.
I mean, that's not a statement you hear often. The Queen is a security guard, but she is.
Yeah, at this moment he's just droning, so that's the best security guard. Look, 3 security guards partner up. 4th base.
Yeah.
I think I don't like what Terran's doing right now, because if you let it place safely and start to establishing your 4th base, it's like half done now. It's very hard to catch up. But now, speaking of that, there's a couple of driving over the map.
Photon sees it though. The Ling was sacrificed in the name of the rest of the swarm. I don't know. I don't think it can get that much damage done simply because there are roaches and more roaches are gonna pop. But okay, getting some creep. That's nice. That's nice. But that's the problem, you know, Nico. Like, this army will kill Lynx, yes, but it's not gonna be able to kill a base, you know. Like, how much damage can this army do right now?
To the Overlord is supply block right now.
That's a good point, though.
Not a good thing, yeah. And I mean, I don't think it's enough to. To me, right now, what I understand is this army from Baysian is trying to stop them from coming over to the base, and buy himself some time to establish the army back in the base. You can see in the 2nd base, there's some troops left over. So I don't think it's a push.
Nope.
It's certainly some distraction.
Yeah.
To distract the Zerg from expanding, but look at the 4th base being established, more drones coming up in the production tab, 16 drones being produced right now, and in the income, I think Zerg will lead, and basically down to how Zerg want this game to be.
Yeah, this is quite an odd composition to me, because you would want to get a few more Cyclones to get the higher DPS. You can't let, you're quite right, you can't just let the Zerg do whatever he wants, because he will max out before you, and then he'll just smother you in a blue sea of death.
That's basically how I lost all my TVC games. I just let them have too much freedom, establishing the base, and
yeah, oh, but he flags this.
They produce more units faster than you, and you are gone.
Yeah, the nature of Zerg is you gotta kind of like try and slow it down, and this is what this army is trying to do. But it's...
I don't think it's doing a good job.
No, it's not.
Base, it's almost saturated. Only 6 more to the gas, and it's done.
Yeah,
and he is producing 6. It's more drones.
Yeah, because he wants to try and... Again, if this is nameless, he wants to try and hit that at least 80 drone count, as you can see, 82. So he's got 4... It's not just the 4 bases, but it's 4 bases full saturation. And does the Terran have his 4th base?
Nope.
Nope, only now just getting built. And
off that 4th base, Ravager coming in, chasing over the Hellions. Hellions try to get into base. Hellions, 2 Hellions left, and
they're gonna die.
In a moment. Yep.
So he just lost his entire mobile army effectively for nothing, and was not able to get any damage done. I mean, with this battle mech army, you don't want to go in there, you want to get trades, because the point of battle mech is you can run away. But the question is whether
push.
He has a chance if, depending on how Photon decides to micro. Okay, he needs to pull drones.
This is pretty bad. Bailing, trying to come from behind, can't connect.
Yeah, this is actually
pretty bad though.
Oh, he gets a Banshee. Or gets 1 Banshee. Oh, more Banshees being produced. There's no cloak, there's no hyperflight rotors. What is this build? This many Vikings?
Repairing the... I feel like if they make it sorry, what's his name again? Nameless? No, it's not Nameless.
Let's call it Photon, yeah.
If Photon split the troop into like 3 different groups, one going on in third base, second up come up from the ramp, I think he can get the tank first.
Oh,
and
yeah.
basically the CC will be gone. That's my understanding. Do you agree with me?
I think that's a fair assessment of what he could do. I think attacking this position is a little bit ambitious, but it looks like the defenses are thin down enough. I mean, the tank count was reduced enough and the other tanks have not been moved up to support this.
Yep, and the Tor basically just gets surrounded by the Zerglings and it's gone.
Yeah, this Hellion run-by is getting some damage done, but it's not really going to be enough because Baysian is down in workers. The 4th base had to effectively be sacked. But see, here's the thing. At the same time, like Photon or Nameless had hit his maybe it's Nameless. I'll do confirmation.
Let's just call Photon for now, I guess.
Yeah. So Photon has actually reached like his drone count as long as he stops Terran from, you know, taking another base, extend. Like the attack he did kill the number of SCVs. That's good. As long as he can keep doing that, he's eventually gonna bleed the Terran dry. The thing about this kind of mech army is that the Terran is always going to trade out more efficiently, but that doesn't matter if Zerg has the entire map.
Yep, it's almost half the map split diagonally, left and right.
Yeah, but the key is that you make sure that Terran, okay, it's got 4 bases now, it never takes a 5th, because if Terran takes a 5th base, you have to unseat your tanks, you have to float over the CC, and that is when Photon can pounce and kill everything there, and then start attacking our place, because, you know, Zerg can remax pretty quickly.
Yep, and this was speaking during our conversation, he has already maxed up and now just maxed up.
Yep.
Very low, I think the call is gone. Viking trying to come up on the oversea, but the building wrapping in, the Tor and the tank just disappear.
Yep.
CC as well, didn't even pay attention, the CC just melt.
Yep. This is exactly what, well, this is one way of Photon winning the game, which is that you just never get another base.
Yep, and one base is 400 mineral. It's not about the mineral, it's the time that it takes to build up the CC, and the SCV needs to mine once again.
In Baysian's case, it's also about the gas, because you need that gas income to maintain this mech army.
Yeah, it's not bio.
No, it's not bio. Even if it was bio, then it's mineral, so it's one problem or the other.
But yeah, this is looking hard.
Yeah.
And he has a lot of unspent energy on the CC. I'm not sure if he's saving it for the scan or he just can't be bothered using it for Mew right now, because as a Terran player, we both know that Mew helps a lot in catching up for economy.
He might be saving it to use it on the next CC. He might have just, you know, missed my code. I've missed my code. My CC's a lot.
One of the most common thing, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, he's going for a run by. This is something that he can at least help to, you know, even out the drone count, which is very high, by the way.
Is that he used that and he produced 2 spine cooler at the base. And basically, I don't think. Do you think this is cost efficient trade?
For who? Baysian?
Yeah, for Baysian.
Well, in that particular case, not really, but at the same time, you kind of have to do that. You, as currently mentioned, you can't let Zerg max out. If not, this is what is happening. Zerg is a dominant force on the map. It's able to tank to whatever. Can just keep throwing away Roach Ravager, Bane, and denying your base. At least if you counterattack and you try and like hamper the drone count, it stops Zerg from being able to just like remax. Here comes the next attack.
Yep, and I think the last push can he hold the Raider basically not being micro and not hitting anything. Only Raiders being added in and Raptor being chased away, and he decided to just call it for half rest. But look at the creep.
It's very good.
Almost at the doorstep of the Terran.
Yeah. This is also what you should have been doing with those Hellions, like even early on, you know, when the Battlemech army was still on the field. You go out there, you clear some creep, you get things, you know, you make it harder for the Zerg to just walk up to your base. I mean, Photon now is like, his macro's pretty good. He's got macro hatches, he's got all these bases. He's got all the tech in the world that he could want except the greatest. Does he have Greater Spire yet? I think not yet, right? No, not yet. But at the same time, he doesn't really need the Greater Spire. He could just keep throwing Roach Ravager, Bane with Corruptor, and eventually Terran's gonna bleed out.
Yes, and here comes another attack.
On the next base,
Only one cannon, one tank in the base. Just
it's gonna
tank
die.
Coming up the high ground.
Oh, look at all these! These Banes are gonna hit so many! Wow, okay.
That's a big oof on
Yeah.
the SCV.
How many SCVs was that? That was something like, 20 SCVs. That was worth more than the base.
Yup, and yeah, 20 SCVs versus 1 CC. You're gonna make the choice now.
Yeah, the other issue is that for Baysian, I mean, he's only got 5 factories. Ideally, you want 8. And then you want to add on like the more starports, but he's never had the economy to support that, namely because Photon was just sieging him to death. And that comes then back to Baysian's failure of stopping the Zerg from reaching this mega army,
Yeah, I like how this Photon having like 82 workers.
Yep.
But he managed to spend the minerals and keep it below like 2k all the time, because if you play Zerg, you know that with for now, Liberators controlling the area, nice pullback, not getting too much done, only 2 revenue, retreat, and do you think, how many times do you think Baysian can hold this? Because I don't like this being so passive, but that's the only thing he can do.
I think Baysian will hold. Okay, assuming the trades have been as they are, probably hold it 2 to 3 times more, and then he'll run out of money and then he'll die.
More like gas.
Money, gas, both.
Yeah, I mean, gas is more important because it's going max.
Yeah, but at the same time, he doesn't have minerals.
Yeah, can't even rebuild the 20 SCV. I think they lost.
Exactly, he can't build the 20 SCVs, he can't build another CC. Like,
Circling, sacrificing for the Liberators,
Yeah.
hitting links, failing, rushing in, trying to connect on SCV. Not much SCV was failing, really just decided to roll back out. Overestimated the SCV amount, and right now nothing can hit the sky. Where's the Corruptor?
they're all off to the side. I don't actually know why, but again,
Corruptor flying in now.
it doesn't really matter. Actually, this CC might burn down, but it doesn't matter.
It was so funny how the Bailing rolls in and try to connect on the SCV, but there's only like what, 8 SCV remaining, and the Bailing just like, nah, I'm just gonna save myself and go back out.
Yeah, I want to explode on a tank, something a bit more worthwhile.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna just like, since I'm in, I'll just roll on the on the CC, but then Photon decided, nah, it's not worth rolling on the SCV. I'm just gonna pull out.
Yeah, I'll wait for a better hit.
Yep, and
The other big issue for Baysian is that he's got no map vision, so he can't respond as efficiently as he would like to.
Liberator shooting on the
And there goes
revenue
another base.
well, not landing too much. I think that's the downside of going for Thor as a Terran. Thor moves extremely slow.
Yeah. Okay, I think Baysian is gonna launch like one last all-out attack, and
Yeah.
all.
Photon sees everything.
Oh yeah, the creep spread was completely uncontested for the entire game, and there's quite a lot of distance to cover. And I mean that's the thing. You're on Photon's territory now. He's got it. He choked the entire map with the creep tubers. He could choose where and when he wants to engage.
If Photon do a speaking of that, Liberators being set up and as much as possible, Revenue connecting the hit. Revenue not connecting much, and now producing Wailing, I believe.
Yeah,
And
now
being hit off.
that being said, this is a pretty strong back army. There's a lot of HP concentrated here. So Photon still needs to be careful about how he wants to engage. Okay, he gives up a base, he could lose that, he's got money for it.
Yep, and he has a lot of workers, 86 as well, doesn't matter how much, just 1 CC wouldn't hurt him too much. I would like to see him do Photon do a wrap around, so some armies to bait at the front and
Yeah.
something to run by from behind, because the tank is pretty much left uncontested at the back.
Yeah, that's one way to do it. He's got Viper, so maybe some Abducts slowly bleed the army dry. This is actually getting quite dangerous for Photon because he never got. He's only stayed on Roach Ravager Ling, and they don't trade particularly well. Okay, corrosive balls coming down. Gonna get rid of the liberators.
Should create Photon.
Pull the drones too.
Building,
okay.
Connecting on
What's
the
this?
core.
Oh, oh dear. This is actually a problem. He doesn't have that much lava.
Ooh, wait, hold on. The core actually survived.
Yeah, but 40 links are on the way. As long as Photon gathers the links and then jumps on the Thors.
Yep, just doing it right now.
Okay, is even gonna pull the
drone and
drones?
stuff.
Yeah, because the links will actually beat the Thors. Because the Thors can only shoot, 2 links at a time. But here's the problem: the links are not attacking at the same time. They're going like one by one. This queen should just help out because
Yep.
here come the queens.
And that should be it. I like how. Okay, GG.
That was a good game out of both Photon and Baysian. Baysian doing that last ditch attempt was quite entertaining to see.
That's all he has.
Yeah, that's true. That really was all he had. But yeah, this is why against.
I feel like if.
Yes.
Yep, sorry, go on.
Like there was a point in time where the Hellions were just roaming outside like the third base before the fourth base had gone up.
Yep.
That he could have at least cleared creep, at least got in. Okay, diving in on the drones is a very subjective thing because you don't want to lose your Hellions. But you could have killed creep. You could have, at least threatened to go in. You could have traded out. Kill some links, run away. You're faster than links, especially off creep. He did do that.
Yeah, I
And
feel like Terran take it too slow, and he went for the greedy build where, as I said, go for the 2cc and straight mass, not mass, but produce a certain amount of Hellions and try to disturb the development of the Zerg. But I don't think he has done a great job on stopping the Zerg. It's just basically, as what you said, he's just patrolling in front of the base.
yeah,
Just let Zerg do whatever.
yeah, it was actually kind of weird because I thought he was gonna go for battle map because he got backfield accelerators. He was getting cyclones. But unless I'm very mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, he got like 2 cyclones and then he just stopped.
Yeah, I guess that's what I see as well.
Yeah, then he transitioned to what I call the turtle mech, the more traditional mech style.
Yep.
And then he never really, he didn't do run-bys and he tacked into that a bit too late. And he never got up the production. He didn't do like, even when you play turtle mech, yeah, you sit back with siege tanks and Thors, but you need to send Hellions, Liberators, Banshees. Yeah, he got Banshees, but he never got cloaked, and correct me if I'm wrong, I didn't see those Banshees do anything.
The Banshee is it's I think it's good that he didn't go clock on one hand because the Spore Crawler is already in place.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very disciplined play by Photon, but I don't think the Banshee worth the money. It helps out like scouting the lanes and stuff, but it didn't serve up to the
Yeah,
drones and stuff.
nah, you can't just use Banshees for scouting. You don't buy attack helicopters to figure out where your enemy is, You have satellites for that. You have infantry, you have reconnaissance for that. The chopper's too expensive. Alright, well, we're gonna move into our next game. It's gonna be another TVZ. Hopefully, maybe we see a different style, maybe we see some bio. First of all, thank you Stephens and Saito for joining in. Saito is a player from Vietnam. He submitted replays before. And for Annie Jenna, I'll be asking, how do you submit your replays? If you put !Twitter, you should be able to go to my Twitter. You can reach me out through there, and then I'll give you my Discord. You can send me any replays that will be casted in future sessions. Okay, so that was the Twitch chat. You good to go for the next one?
Yeah, let's go.
So when you play, because you play sometimes, when you play like TVZ, like do you have a style that you enjoy playing? Do you go back?
I really hate TVZ.
Oh.
Right now, when I play TVZ, I do cheese more because cheese usually got me the ladder points. So I don't do Reaper. I do the bunker build, 2 Brax into bunker. But I don't like going back. I'm a bio
I
player.
see.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny because like
I play bio more.
yeah.
It's easier to play because Mac requires a lot of gas and So, you know, losing a marine is nothing, but losing a Hellion is a lot. It's a big trouble.
It's 2 marines.
That's the gas though. I'm sorry, not Hellion, the Cyclones.
Yeah, Cyclone is 100 gas. That's a deceptive amount of gas. Alright, would you like to introduce the players?
You can do it.
Alright, so spawning at the bottom, the person who sent this replay. I believe it is a Diamond Zerg. My apologies, KingStar, if I got it wrong, but thanks for sending the replay. It is my fellow Singaporean KingStar. And on the other side, the Terran player. I'm probably gonna pronounce the name wrong. It is Wait, this is HamtaroSan, right?
Is it a ham?
Yeah, Hamtaro. This is that cartoon hamster, right?
Sorry, I don't have childhood.
I swear there was a like this weird cartoon show about a hamster called Hamtaro. It's clearly Japanese, but it was
This sounds something like that. I'll take it, man. It's the hamster.
I will look that up right after this game. Please remind me if I forget.
Twitch can the chat can look it up for us as well.
I hope so. I swear, cause I remember like as a kid I just watched that show. Cause even though I don't want to use the word stupid, because I remember some of the episodes, they were not too bad. There was a very interesting episode about like finding a long lost brother that was pretty well written. But it's no hamster here. It's a Terran player. And if anything's more animal-like, it's gonna be the Zerg.
It's a pretty late scout coming up from the Terran, so but everything goes according to the ordinary open from the Zerg. So
if I'm not mistaken, the scout came out after the Rex.
Yep, after the Rex.
Yeah,
exactly.
it's actually kind of considered the most in meta scout time. I'm still debating whether I should be doing that because it means that, you know, your economy is a little bit faster, but you then have a lot less leeway in dealing with cheese, so it's a bit of a
Yeah, you definitely. I mean, when I play against Protoss, I send my SCV out when it's 80%. Wait, to be honest, I send out my SCV almost 80% of my Rex most of the time just to be safe. But sometimes when I play against Protoss, I send them out earlier because
you've been cannon rushed before.
Yeah, every day.
Oh, the Reaper, is it gonna live? It does! Almost! How much HP? I can't click
He
it!
can get the links if he's greedy. Okay, never mind.
The Queen not very far behind, and the Queen is quite big and terrifying.
Wait. Is he looking
He's not
at
paying
the-
attention.
Let me click. Oh, it's not. He's basically sweeping
He's
around.
dead.
Yep.
Oh, he still survives!
Got the link.
I mean, okay, 3 kills is not too bad, but at the end of the day, he could have done a little bit more, you know? Like, he could have delayed the 3rd or maybe even killed the drone, although that's a hard thing to say. But see, here's the thing, the Reaper is still alive, so the tally count can go up. Alright, so it looks like Terran is doing similar to what happened in the last game. By the way, it's a completely different player. It's going for Hellions, and it's going for a starport, very standard 1-1-1, a faster 3rd base. So we're gonna have to see what comes out of this. I really like seeing battle cruisers. You know, they're big, they're flashy.
I really hate that thing.
You mean getting hit by a battle cruiser?
Yeah. Especially it says by you, so it just reminds me again of the game we had.
Yeah, I did that.
This nightmare.
I wish I could cast that game, but it's on like the old replay, so we can't. But the reason I go for that build is because I figured out that if you're going like Mass Marines to counter the Reapers, the Battle Cruiser will beat Mass Marine.
No. Mass Marine would beat better cruiser if I have the upgrade.
If you had the upgrade, which you didn't, and if you had the critical numbers, which you didn't. But with a BC, I also find with home field advantage with SCV repair, it takes quite a lot of Marines to kill a BC.
Yeah, and the advantage I had because you fly around the gap,
Yep.
the map, so I can't really send all my Marines hitting you. If you stand like in an open field, then yeah.
If I hover above a field and I leave my 400 middle 300 gas unit idle, then yeah.
I mean, Okay. Let's just leave that for now.
Okay, but
A Liberator being produced on
Yep.
Terran. What's the Helion? What's the Helion?
the Hellions are near the watchtower. They're
Sitting on base?
some
Yeah,
Hellions are at
okay.
home. Double engineering base. So I think we're almost definitely gonna see a bio game out of
I can't hear
HamtaroSan.
you. Are you talking?
Hello?
Or wait, did I just...
Hello?
Okay, you're back.
Okay.
I thought you were mad because we were debating about PC and then you just gone silent. I was like, damn.
No, I like my BCs. I mean it's.
Yeah, I'm sure you.
I mean I've been.
So,
I remember.
Queen.
Ooh yeah, that's actually a bad thing. But at the end of the day, no drones kill. Oh, this is. Wait, what's he doing?
Queen.
This is.
Liberator. You can get 3 queens. Oh, that's.
Oh, the Hellions actually got quite a few links. Quite a few drones. Might get a few more.
We got stuck. Stuck behind a mineral line and.
Okay, this is actually really good out of HamtaroSan because.
Yes, it's very.
Yeah, because 12 drones and 3 queens went down. This is exactly what you need to do as Terran to stop the Zerg from reaching that critical mass. And he's got a third base up and running. Now that being said, KingStar has been joining very consistently. It's up to 61. Spire is on the way, which HamtaroSan needs to scout. Hopefully he has some other follow-up tech behind that. If not, these mutants are gonna do even more damage than the Hellions.
Yeah, I would like KingStar to send out more of his overlord on the high ground just to see what's going on, because right now he basically playing just
A little bit in the
blindly.
dark, right?
Yeah, he doesn't know what's going on.
Yeah,
Especially the last game where the Zerg has creep tumor spread out half of the map and
Yeah.
everywhere on the map as well.
See, that's the thing. In this game, KingStar went for a Viking, so he can actually like throw out overlords. Basically, just pop the balloons. The overlord over the sun is gonna die, and he doesn't have overlord speed. Furthermore, with 3 queens dead, that's a lot less creep spread over time.
Yes.
But the mutants have been completely unscouted, so it's gonna come down to the micro of the Terran on how he's gonna be able to limit the damage. The mutant flock is gathering.
Only 9 Marines and 1 Vikings for now.
The Viking ain't gonna do nothing, but I mean the longer wait, 7 more Marines are in production. Like he should commit the mutas. Okay, he's gonna commit the mutas. Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that should be it. Just go out now.
Yep, but then he flies into the main.
Yep, that's what you need to do. 1,
Yep.
2,
I think.
and instead of going a day.
Yep. I mean, I think the mutants could have just killed the 3 Marines and continued to go ham, but at the same time, mutants are a lot of gas. It's almost like, you know, mech as Zerg.
Yep.
Because this is gonna absolutely hamstring Ravager production. He doesn't have any anyway. It's really gonna reduce how many banelings you can make. And the other thing is that if all these mutants die, Hamtaro is just gonna walk across the map and eat the Zerg alive.
KingStar has a very slow 5th base being established, whereas the Terran already has a 4th base established, because as a Terran player, you always want 1 base up. Oh sorry, as a Zerg player, you
That is
always
correct.
want one base up, but this 1 base up is not technically 1 base because the hatchery is not even done yet.
Yeah, so KingStar is ahead economically, I would say, even though HamtaroSan is technically economically ahead, but let's see what this attack can do. I have bungled many of my attacks before. Okay, the step. The medevacs are very out of position. He needs to bring that through. Okay, the tanks are usually in a good spot. Is he sending reinforcements? Yes, he is. This 3rd base is in a lot of... The 4th base... This
Base.
Yep, gone. Very good. Oh, but the tanks are left unsieged. He picks up 1 tank for free.
Yep, and I think the Marine, if he's not careful, but also no, that's not what you want to do.
Yeah, this is a very delicate balance for KingStar, because on the one hand you want to try and pick off, you know, tanks, medevacs, those high gas units. At the same time, wait, Wait a minute, at the same time the tank's unsieged, so the Lings are gonna wrap around, they take out one tank, they take out another tank. This other third tank just sieged up. Ooh,
Up to the medivac and being fly away.
yep, a smart
Nice
decision.
play.
But he needs to unload very quickly, if not the mutants are gonna be here. Okay, he retreats to his planetary fortress. Is the Zerg gonna commit?
It's not the worst.
It's not the worst, it takes some losses. Marine count has been shaved off.
Feels like all the bio is just gone at that point.
Yeah. That being said, HamtaroSan rather has not redistributed his workers. He has not built his base. A lot of wasted income. How many factories does he have? Okay, he's got 2 factories. He should put up a third or a starport. Oh, the missile tower goes down.
CC.
Yeah, he's gonna get the CC.
Yeah, NI for NI. You got my CC, I got your CC too.
Ah, but see, here's the thing. KingStar's hatchery was cancelled. He got a refund.
Yeah, partial refund.
Ain't no refund on that planetary, and that's the sad part. If he had pulled SCVs from his other oversaturated bases, he could have repaired it.
Yeah, and you could probably trade 1 or 2 milita for that CC rather
Yeah.
than just nothing, like letting them fly away. And this one, it's come
This-
to that siege tank and just flying around.
Actually, this is actually a giant problem because there's actually no response, no offensive response to the mutas. There are
Yep.
no Widowbites, there are no Thors.
Toss, here come the first Thor.
There is? Oh, okay,
Yeah.
there's one Thor.
One for now.
It's not enough. He has the money for it. Okay, he's not repairing the missile tower, it's a bit of a mistake.
CC, can you get the refund this time?
Yep, he gets the refund. He's got another one building back at base. I mean, that's the nice thing about Terran. You can move your buildings at will.
But it's pretty far to fly out from there to there.
Yeah.
So this is going to be move the tank.
Another
Just
tank gone.
Biggest mistake because when you see the guitar hitting on something
Oh,
else, it wants to go marine over and you leave the tank untaken care of, then this is what you get for doing that.
Yep, and all these medevacs are all gonna die. Like, HamtaroSan, you have 2,000 minerals. Oh, by the way, KingStar, if you're watching this, you also have 3,000 minerals. You should have 3 hatcheries in your main base.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's some unspent lava as well. There's 20 lava sitting there.
Yeah, but you know, as a Zerg player, you could always have more lava, and besides, you have 3,000 minerals. 2 more hatcheries is certainly worth the investment. Okay, so now HamtaroSan's in a pretty awkward position because he was ahead very far economically, but has now been knocked down, and he doesn't have the what's his production structures? Let me take a look. He still only is on 2 factory.
And the CC as well, speaking of that, got cancelled, but it's still a very heavy investment because it's almost up, it's 80% of the construction time.
Yeah.
But fortunately, he has another CC flying out right now.
Yeah, but the thing that behind all that, while KingStar was being aggressive, he also macroed and got his own 5 bases up and running. He can take a 6 anytime he wants. So he's actually gotten back to that, you know, strong economic position. Okay, I like this one widow mine. There should be more.
Where's the middle line?
It's near the 4th. He needs more Thors. Like against this flock of mutants, I would say you want 2 or 3 Thors. Actually, let me look.
Or you just put 2 middle mine each mineral line. That could solve your problem as well.
Yeah, but here's the thing, like Hamtaro.
Speaking of that, the buildings falling in. The
Yeah.
Marines, no Marines fleet coming up. All the Marines just disappear. and
GG is
GG.
called. See, if he had like either more Thors or more Widow Mines, the Thors would have at least absorbed the bailing shots. The Widow Mines would have killed the Lings and the Banes, but didn't do that. I don't know. I think when you play Bio, you want to have like 1 tank led, 1 reactor. Like a 50-50 split. Because if you're playing against, actually you're playing against any Zerg, it's either going to be Ling Bane or it's going to be Vote Ravager or some combination of that. You do want Marauders. You know?
Yeah, Marauders. And how many tech labs? Only 2 tech labs up.
Yeah.
I think the why HamtaroSan lost this game is correct. I mean, I'm just a Go player, but from the casting experience and from the tournament experience, what I can say is he tried to chase over the Mota, but
Yep.
and moving around the Marine. Of course, the Steam Marine moved very fast, but at the same time, he forgot about his siege tank. He just left it there, and the Zergling and the Bailing. Obviously, the tank can't take care of these. And
Yep.
I think the 5 tanks just disappear when he tried to set up the push, and that's basically just turned the tide around, and KingStar established his comeback from that moment.
Yeah. I mean, he did well. Oh, by the way, Saito, the Aodai replays are on Thursday. The viewer submitted replays are on Tuesday.
KingStar comment on the Twitch chat.
Yep.
It was hard to inject while micro and Muta. Yeah, I agree on that. But yeah,
So Kickstar, my statement still stands. You have 3,000 minerals. You could have like 3 more hatches in your base, and at least that gives you, 6 lava extra. But still, you won the game, and that was great. By the way, Saito, or for that matter, Saito, anyone else in the chat, if you have games that you want casted for this kind of community cast, it doesn't have to be tournament. You could reach out to me. Well, Saito, you know how to do it. But you can reach out to me, and we will be casting that in future. Alright, so I think it's time to... I mean, we can't just cast TVP. No, TVZ all the time. We gotta cast a little something else.
can we do one more? And wait, how long does this session usually last?
Um,
An
I will...
hour? 2 hours?
There to 2.5 hours ish. I mean, this week I have slightly fewer replays, because honestly, a lot of the. By the way, those watching, you can see this right now. Like, I collected this nice, 20 something replays from like across the community, 1v1s, 2v2s, and then Blizzard introduced a patch that can't open any of them. Remember that? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, did you hear
Wait,
me?
I thought you asked in the chat.
I know.
You're
I'm-
like, hey chat. I was like, okay, I'll let the chat answer.
Yeah, so same. Okay, so both actually it's both to you and chat. So, this week I'd have slightly less replays because everything that was sent to me is gone. Like this is an example. For those who are watching, like this is an example. Somebody sent me a nice 2v2 and it can no longer be opened. So right now, looking at the games we have, it's probably going to be until call it 8:30, I think.
Okay, because I haven't grabbed my dinner, that's why I'm asking.
Ah,
I thought
okay.
it would be like an hour. I thought it would be like a 90-minute session or something.
Okay. It kind of depends. Again, if people send me like more replays that I can cast in one session, I'll just cast it the following week. There should not be any more disgusting patches that go through. Tell you what, let's do something a bit different. Let's cast a 2v2.
Sure.
Uh,
Psycho requested for that 2v2.
yeah, we have a 2v2. I will end this no matter what with a 3-player Archon FFA. But first, let's hop into a 2v2. Then we'll go back to some 1v1s, and then we'll hop into the FFA. You need to.
Oops. I was just looking at your stream.
No problem. It's working, right?
Yeah, it's working.
Okay, so 2v2. I'm gonna
Alright, you can
trust.
invite me now.
I'm gonna trust you on this because you say you play a good amount of 2v2.
Yeah. What's
'Cause-
the race? Let's see. Proto sounds fun.
Alright, tell you what. I'm gonna press watch. I'm gonna use the toilet real quick, but I should be back before the game commences.
Alright, bye.
I'm back. I don't. 10 seconds. I haven't missed anything, right? You know, last week I actually casted a 2v2 that lasted 3 minutes because both sides just did a worker rush. On this map, that's like the stupidest thing in the world. Anyway, so spawning in the bottom side of Emerald City. Is this really a city? Is there a single like doodad building? I have no idea. Spawning on the bottom side of Emerald City. It is the blue team. It is Lcyx and his ally Angzt, the person who sent me the replay. And on the other side, representing a very different swarm, the red swarm, it is willming and Chester. I do quite like 2v2s. By the way, Lcyx here going for a pretty fast spawning, but I do like 2v2s quite a bit because they are still close enough to 1v1 that you can kind of understand what's going on. The builds in general do work, but at the same time it has enough difference, it has enough variation. And is X doing a can rush? Wait, what is this? No, X is not doing a can rush. But once you get to like 3v3 and 4v4s, things just break down. Nothing really makes sense because you could really go for strategies where you just, like the 10th player doesn't build a single unit and you start just pumping money to the rest. It also gets a lot more hectic, and you often end up with the sky battles where one player just takes to carriers because it takes a lot to kill someone, or you just cheese right from the start, which is what me and my friends do in 3v3 and 4v4. Nicole, you there?
Oops, I'm accidentally muted my mic. Yeah, but I hear you. So wait, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hello. Yeah, I said I never played 4v4. Played some 3v3. But 4v4, I don't know, man. 4v4 games probably last pretty long.
Not our games, but that's cause when me and my friends play 4v4, it's okay. Everyone 5 minute rush.
Yeah, but what is Chester doing? I don't understand. Is he AFK? Wait, can I go to Chester camp? Oh, okay.
Well,
because he's sacrificing his second hash and just
yeah. The thing about, okay, so honestly, don't take offense, but the thing about a lot of 2v2s and 3v3s is that the people who play them are normally not as proficient in the game as some of us. Again, I don't pretend to be very proficient myself, but you do have a lot more like goaling plays, because I mean you play Dota, right? There is a certain amount of casualness to it. It's a team game compared to 1v1 StarCraft.
Sure.
I know
I don't know what response I should say. I should react to that, but I don't think this is very efficient coming up from Chester.
No, it's not.
Very late second base, and by this time Zilk should have their third base up, and yes, willming is doing it.
Yeah.
Chester is just sending links over and over around and sacrificing the worker count as well, I believe.
Yep. All Chester knows is that there's some star pots. I actually like this wall off at the moment, because it means that the links can't just charge it. They don't have speed, which is very late for any situation. But again, these could be silver, maybe even bronze, maybe even, again, when I play 2v2 with my friend, he's unranked. Like, he's never actually played 1v1 ladder. But he's like, okay, I'll play 2v2. I have to carry him most of the time lah.
Yeah, we actually, my friend and I, we had our 2v2 rank calibrated before our 1v1, because most of the time we just play 2v2 all the time.
Yeah.
It's very boring when you can't talk in 1v1.
Yeah.
And this Oracle getting like 5 drones, I believe.
And counting. Like, where was the queen?
I don't think he has any queen as well.
That's not something you see as Zerg.
Chester don't have any queen, and the friends helping out. That's
Yep.
the power of friendship.
Oh yeah, you can actually give your ally unit control. Although I honestly prefer not to do that. But by the way,
I'm sure in a war, in a brawl, he might just mismicro some of his stuff.
Oh good lord, yeah. So give unit control, F2 A move. Hey, wait, where did all my units go? Why is there so much blood in front of these siege tanks? By the way, for the person in chat asking me how to submit the replays, exclamation mark Twitter. First of all, follow me. After that, you can just PM me, and then I'll give you my Discord, and then your replay, if you do send it to me, will be casted next week.
I'm actually surprised how long this game went for. It's 19 minutes game, but at this moment I can say that blue is basically gone in this game, only having like what 14 workers, only 5 on the mineral line, now
Blue?
getting 3. Blue, yeah, Chester.
Oh, okay. Oh, Chester is
Sorry,
red.
there's
Okay, on
wait,
my screen.
Oh, we have different color. Okay,
Yeah,
don't worry.
it could be. It could be. For me, the northern team is red, and the southern team is blue.
Okay, I saw it on the stream now.
Okay, it doesn't
Just-
matter.
I'll just say Chester, yeah, because look at. Oh, I don't know, man. Chester only has like 6 in a row. I'm not trying to keep saying that Chester is shit and stuff, but it's just that. Oof, it's just hard to see that. It's very
Yeah,
hard
I
to play
know.
because you don't have minerals, you don't have drones,
I mean,
and it's just hard in general.
that's the thing. Like, once you have an baseline understanding of StarCraft, and you start seeing this, is like, what the fuck?
Oh, that's a Nidus.
Yep, he's a
Nidus.
Nidus. This is a very
Lcyx.
weird position.
Yeah, you can't fly over, for sure.
Yeah, he's got no swarm host, so I don't know what is the purpose of this Nidus.
Just to establish dominance, man.
Could be
I
to
guess
put the
the way that
fear.
we say that Chester, oh, you should do this, you should do that, but and once some of the pros or some high level people watching our replay, they will say the same thing as well.
Oh, absolutely. They're like, why did you do this? That's inefficient.
Okay, one problem right now. How does the prop travel out from the base of Angzt? Yeah.
He'll have.
Probably war off, isn't it?
Yeah, if he wants to take another base, he'll either need to get a warp prism, which he doesn't have, or he'll have to
Okay.
He'll break one of his own buildings.
He's breaking the wall. The
Yeah,
queen's
the-
sitting on the wall.
Yeah, so open up the base. I don't know. This Nidus from Lcyx, the person who said the replay, by the way, is very, very puzzling because it's not doing. Like, if there was swarm host in this would have been a brilliant play because this map is freaking massive.
Yeah, I feel like this is kind of like a Plat 3 or Go-ish game because that's what I get. Because my friend and I usually play Zerg and Terran,
Yeah,
and usually we face off Terran Zerg Protoss a lot.
yeah,
And this is something I face a lot where they just lock themselves into base and mass career. As we can see,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
pretty
yeah.
warped right now. So I feel
Oh
like
man,
it's
like
something
that's
I used
always
to
the
play
problem
again.
when I'm playing like 3v3 because in 3v2 and 4v4, like all one player needs to do is turtle and like defend, and then the other two can like tactical carriers or BCs. Even in a situation of 4v4 that it was carrier BC corruptor.
Yep. I like how this Lcyx, is that how you pronounce the name?
Probably.
Yeah, he was like, I had enough turtling. I'm just gonna produce 2 hatchery at the same time.
He's got the money for it.
Yeah, you can do the macro hash if you're watching.
He should do the macro hatch. By the way, Angzt, if he's also watching, should be spending his energy because he's not chrono boosting things out.
Yep. And he's mass producing probes for some reason.
Another Nidus? Oh, a counter Nidus coming up for willming, and he's actually gonna use it. He's probably gonna go into the main base because there is a scout there.
It's a very good position, Nidus. as
Oh,
well.
it's a very good position.
Okay, and that's another nice. Oh,
They're
I
not
like
gonna
how these
see
two
it.
teams just play Nidus each other.
Well, one Nidus actually has something in it, and the other doesn't, and he's not gonna know. The carriers are completely out of position. I think the main base is dead.
Yeah,
Like-
that's why you should always build something on the left side to give you
Yeah.
some vision as well.
You should always. I made it for all races. You should always have vision of your main bases.
Yep.
Does he have enough Hydras? Yeah, he's got enough Hydras.
The prop is idle. Staying there might be in trouble as well. There's a plenty of prop as well.
On the one hand, yes. On the other hand, he's got 4,000 minerals. Not that much gas though. Okay, he should just get the Nidus and get out. He's done the damage. He should, leave. But he's gonna overcommit.
Lcyx is a Nidus as well in the third base position of the willming. If you put some zerglings bailing in, he could do damage as well.
He doesn't have that many links. A lot of his money went into mutas.
Yep.
Oh, where did these hydras come from? Okay.
Wow, the worker just disappeared for Lcyx.
Yeah. Well, actually, moved it mostly to his other bases. That being said, it's not so much about the worker count, but rather the gas.
Yeah, because Murta takes a lot of gas as well.
Oh, a
Okay,
lot
right
of
now
gas.
I understand why the game goes 20 minutes. Because this Nidus basically just caught them off guard and just prolonged the game.
Partially. I often see when, like here's the thing I often notice, when players are not that good, they don't know when to attack, and they don't know, like you need to be able to look at somebody's base and sense an opportunity to attack, but if you don't know what that opportunity looks like, you're not going to attack. You just play safe, you know? But once you smell blood in the water, or you just all in and you win. Furthermore, sometimes you don't. Okay, this is quite unusual to see mutas just outright beating hydras. Normally, you don't go for this many mutas.
Can the Hydra get the carrier?
Might get it. Oh
No. Oh, okay, staying around for longer.
yeah.
And, oh.
Angzt needs to build a lot of shield batteries and
Yep,
start
just
producing out of
recharge it
these
back.
stuff, and start making stuff out of these many starports. He's got them. Actually, wait, no, he does have the gas. Like
Who?
these.
Thanks? Yeah, does have to guess. That's 5,000 mineral though.
Yeah, so you should have taken every single base on the map with all those minerals and just like set up cannon shield battery and get the gas, because that's what you need.
I'm actually very curious who won the game.
All I can tell you is that Lcyx sent this in, so
Link?
uh,
As in like, oh, Lcyx.
yeah, Lcyx sent this in.
Lcyx, yeah. So he probably won the game, I believe.
We'll see. Last week we did have somebody send in a game that they lost.
Okay. Saito, you might be right, yeah. I overestimated their rank. Probably silver. Yeah, because what Saito said in the chat was like 19 drones at 9 minutes, definitely silver, yeah. I agree on that. Try to give them try to make them happier, that's what I said. Like go with that. The way it turns out to be is definitely not
No.
good. Thanks for pointing that out. So I don't have to say it out myself. Anything. They will
It,
refer to Saito.
the low rank is due to the opinions of Twitch chat, which is never wrong.
Yep. So it's not. I didn't call out any silver. Saito did.
Yeah, but it's always. I mean, that's the thing. Once you start playing StarCraft properly and you see people doing these things, like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I mean Chester. Probably Chester's the biggest monk.
It's actually kind of funny because Chester has the exact opposite problem, where he's got 12,000 gas because he just never pulled drones out of gas, but he's got like 200 minerals.
I just don't understand why he just keeps spending all the armors into links when the links just melt when they push across the map.
He's big. He has links. Yeah, he's got quite a few links.
Nameless commented on the chat. He's low-key GM, just doing a low drone count challenge. Wait, you can ask the question now. Hey, Nameless, we have a question for you. Are you the Phantom? Phantom? Was it the name just now? Hello?
Never mind. Give him time to reply. But if he doesn't want to say, that's fine. You know, sometimes you want to keep a low key.
Low key, yeah. Yeah, Photon, yeah. You got it.
Yeah. It's been a while since I've seen like this many full energy queens. You know.
Dude, looking at that base, has 36 drones. Can we just... I don't know, man, it's very painful to watch this. I'm sure the chat is painful to watch this with us as well.
Well,
I'm sorry to Lcyx who you submitted this replay. I'm just... It's just hard, man. Oh.
Well,
Hell yeah.
we all got to start off not knowing how to play the game, and it's good that at least you're playing the game. You're giving us these interesting replays.
Yeah, I hope you don't mind our comment because it's, you know, constructive feedback always helps you to grow.
Yeah. I mean, there's always going to be a better player, but again, like that's the beauty of StarCraft. You play however you want to play. You don't want to listen to us? Sure, it's up to you.
I have a friend only
You know-
who plays Cannon Rush, and he's like Diamond right now. That's the only thing he plays, Cannon Rush.
And he's by rank a lot better than you.
Yeah, but I mean, I played against him in the best of 3, and I lost the round game 1, and I kind of like, and the game 2 I stopped him from Cannon Rushing, and then
Okay.
he just lost his tempo.
And game 3?
In game 3, I think we decided not to play game 3 until we both improved.
It's like the best of 3 was so bad that both sides decided to call it a draw.
Yeah, I mean, we both do better, so I don't hurt his ego.
Okay, well that's something that happens.
You know, friendship matters. Friendship
Yeah,
always
that's
is my priority.
that's sometimes you gotta call it quits. You save face, you know. It's
Okay. The good thing is the game is ending in 2 minutes.
yeah, it's kind of funny because willming's actually putting up a pretty good like attack on Lcyx's base, and if he just hopped back in the Nidus and ran away instead of losing all these Hydras, it would be. Oh, he's actually got quite a few Hydras at home. The carrier count is very high. I mean, if Chester had corruptors, which he can make. Can he make corruptors?
I don't know if he has the upgrade, man.
That's true.
He don't have the what do you call it, Spire? Not Spire. Wait, was it Spire?
Yeah, he does not have the Spire.
Yeah,
They
Spire.
both went
Yep.
Hydras, which is a pretty weird option, but maybe that's what they're comfortable with. I mean, Hydras are
Maybe
pretty.
Hydras can be carriers. That's what he's thinking.
In high enough numbers, they can, but the carrier count is growing to the point that you can't even combine. And I mean, especially with the mutas to help. Okay, I think the Protoss has finally decided to launch the cleanup operation. He's setting out the fleet. Finally gotten the gas he needs. And we're gonna see why you don't send Hydras against carriers.
Fly down the ramp and there's nothing much you can do.
Nope.
Unless it's not like an open field, then yeah. Just like the same thing as BC. It's
Kind of,
in an
yeah.
open field, you have the chance, but right now you don't.
No,
Sorry.
I actually think that the Hydras had like split a little bit better and pulled back. You can actually maybe kill enough interceptors, although I mean the Zerg Air Force is here to help out.
Yup, and Saito did a really good statement where actually Lcyx could have won the game earlier by just mass links.
Yeah.
They don't have much defense anyway, they don't even have Roach, just Hydra. I think the game should be over in 10
Very
seconds.
soon.
Yes, thanks
Yeah.
chat for bearing us in this game.
It's
I know
okay.
painful.
But again, thanks to Lcyx for sending us this this replay. Anyone who wants to have the replays casted, no matter how good or bad, you send it to me, we will cast it. And with that, Lcyx and Angzt are victorious.
Oof.
Alright, let me look at Twitch chat and yep, then I pull mass for the entire time.
I think Nameless and Saito having a good time
Yeah,
talking about their cheese.
I mean, you look, no regret. Got to GSL with like a 30 drone count consistently, so that's certainly possible. That's very possible even. Okay, well that was our 2v2. I think it's time to go back to to head back to the world of 1v1. That was honestly the only 2v2 game sent in. I'll let you decide. Do you want to go for a ZVZ or a PVZ?
ZVZ sounds fun. Can we do like one more this one and do the FFA so we can call it a day? If you don't mind.
Oh, okay, that'd be quite.
Early?
Yeah,
It's
no,
not-
normally I go like until 9 to be honest. But
Oh, okay, sorry.
it's no matter. Well, let me check. Cause to be fair, the FFA did last a while.
Yeah, no, that's why I suggested this because it's like 7.5 right now.
Okay, well, but let's talk about this.
I didn't know you usually casted this long. Oh, my bad.
No,
Should've-
that's fine.
Should have asked. Okay,
No.
nice. We back to some high rank game.
Yeah. So, spawning in the. Let me start with the bottom. Spawning at the bottom. He was actually able to get Grandmaster. It is DarkImpure who sent in this replay. Thank you, DarkImpure. And the opponent, another Zerg, going for an early spawning pool. It is Golden. Actually, Nameless, if you're still in the chat, have you hit Golden before? Because you're high enough on the ladder that you might start hitting these guys. Wow, he's gonna cheese on this map. On this map. Is he outside of his mind?
Who's cheesing?
The Golden.
Did he?
Ye-
Oh, okay. The early spawning pool.
Yeah, so that generally signals aggression.
Oh, Nameless said he only played Korean server.
Okay. I assume this is NA. There's no way anyone except maybe Bliss Lobo and Psycho are gonna get GM on KR. Yeah. It's hard. Okay, yeah, so he's going for wow. Well,
Okay, Nameless, you called it, man. You called it. 100% 12 drone pool. Sorry, it's gonna be 12 pool drone pool. 100%. Yes,
yep.
you called it.
Nameless Master Zerg. He knows what he knows the cheese when he sees one, especially with God Vision. Wait a minute, did DarkImpure completely miss this? I don't know if the Overlord. No,
Nope. The
he has
whole
no
lot
idea that bullshit is on its way. That bullshit is here.
is knocking on the door.
To be perfectly honest, I would never have expected this because this map is so huge and I probably would not have scouted this. Okay, drone v drone and Golden actually, how did he build this spine collar here?
I think Golden might have.
Did he build a hatchery that we didn't see?
Nah, he has a drone, came in pretty early. And your frame is dropping a lot. It's very hard to watch.
Oh
on
dear.
Twitch.
Wait, I need to see, how was there a spine collar? He had to build a hatchery and then cancelled it, right?
No, his drone came in unnoticed, I believe.
No, but you need creep to build the spine collar. Oh, he did. He actually did. That's what he was saving the money for. I'll show you again. No, because
Or he hatch cancel. Okay.
yeah. So he puts down the hatch. He cancels it immediately, and he uses that tiny amount of creep to build a spine collar that is completely out of vision. And this was very well hidden by Golden.
Yeah, it's totally out of vision, can't be seen at all.
Yeah. But well, that was a fast one. But
Yeah.
sometimes you win via cheese, you know? Alright.
Is that how he gets to that rank? Nah, probably not. He has
Nah.
something up in the sleeve as well.
Now, DarkImpure is a very good player. He's a slightly more aggressive. He's got some really interesting strategies, but he's not like a signature cheeser. He's not Haas. He's not a Zerg Haas. He's not Bly. Okay. Okay, so the FFA is quite long. I'll tell you what, I think in that case, if you have to go off, we will just cast the FFA The only two other replays I had was one of my own and one from Nameless, aka Photon.
Let's do Nameless one. Since he's in the chat, let's just do his.
Yeah, okay.
If you don't know the pathing for this map, you'll die to 12 drone.
Yeah.
Is this? Hey, Nameless, just a question. Is this specifically for that map or in general for all the map? Just curious. Okay, he'll get back to me in a second because that's the delay we have.
Yeah, I don't know, my settings are already as low as they can be. I do plan to get a new computer in the next couple of months, so hopefully that should allow me to stream on a better quality. So apologies on that. Okay, so it's time to take you out of your comfort zone. The no talents.
ZVP. It's okay. We always learn. You need to change the OV pathing on this map. Ah, okay. I see.
Oh my god, I remember when Golden War first came out and I played like a ZVZ. I set my overlord across halfway through. I realized that wait, I have absolutely no idea if links are coming. And then links came and I died. After that, I changed my scouting pen. Alright, so spawning at the top of the Eternal Empire. Currently in Twitch chat. By the way, for those watching on YouTube in future, we do these live on Tuesday. It is Photon. And at the bottom, it is his opponent. Nico, how do you pronounce this?
Mr. 9. So simple, dude.
Oh yeah, Mr. 9. I was like, mrnine. This is what
it caught me off guard for 1 second, and I was like, dude, no, Mr. 9.
This is why I have a co-caster.
Sweet, thanks for having me once again.
Oh,
My name is Nico.
No problem.
For those who tune in, you can follow me on. Let me do a self-promotion. You can
Please
follow
do.
me on Facebook by doing !co-caster. Am I right?
Yes. Well, there's no space in the co-caster, but there is a space between these pylons. Mr. 9 going for a cannon rush.
I think it's a failed cannon rush. That's why the game.
No.
Oh, cancel. Wait, the pylon was almost complete and he decided to go for a kill. So I think he just want to stop Photon from mining.
You do realize that Mr. 9's building another base over at Photon's natural?
Yep, now I do. I was so focused on the drone hitting the pylon just now.
Yeah, that was kind of weird because I'm like, wait, does he know about this? Yeah, Photon knows. I mean, the Overlord's here, which is good. If there's no Overlord here, then you're in trouble. Is he gonna cancel the hatch?
No. Oh,
Yep.
he does.
Yep, he does. He realizes that I can't hold this. I'm gonna go take another base. See you later.
And all the minerals being wasted here.
Yeah, it's quite wasted.
No, I mean Mr. 9's mineral.
Correct. Mr. Nice, it's kind of wasted. It does force Zerg to take a much more awkward base, which he can't because Mr. 9 is playing Tom and Jerry across the map.
I like how Photon's setting the rally point, just touring around the map, and where did he decide to go at the end?
Cue the Benny Hill music. Okay, but back home, what does he do? He's getting a roach one, so he's probably gonna start bowling his way. This is a very odd cannon rush because...
Yeah, rush at the natural instead of the main base.
I mean, you rush the natural to cancel it, it's fine, but this is a lot of money to have been spent to start the siege, you know?
And not achieving anything as well.
Not yet. He's getting a stalker if he's getting the robo, and that's where it becomes dangerous. But truth be told, Photon has not really taken any damage. At the same time, being contained on one base as a Zerg can't be good.
Yes, and he has a shield battery being produced as well. Nice Ravager tried to resist the Phantom Cannon, but unfortunately the shield battery is there. Boom boom. Still shield battery again.
Yep. Mr. 9 needs to be very careful. He can't, like, neither side honestly can afford to lose units because they don't have many. like on both sides. That drone is out there, but doesn't have money to do anything else just yet. More Ravagers.
The only thing Photon can do is just keep producing Ravagers and just wait for the shield battery to out of energy, and that's where he can strike.
Yeah, but at the same time, there are more shield batteries coming down. The Immortal is really the game changer, because the Immortal allows you to do so much damage, and he actually produced an Observer. Wait, I didn't even, wait. Why?
What do you mean, why? Why what?
Why make the Observer?
Boom. Okay, one gone. Keep poking that.
I'm like, would it have been better if you had, like, you know, another Immortal or like a Warp Prism rather than a mere Observer?
The Warp Prism would be great.
Ah, so he now has enough Ravagers to start mauling down the cannons. That being said, the Immortal, the mobile cannon is out, and they do quite a fair bit of damage. Oh, he's actually gonna bow down the... Actually gets the... That's the thing, why did you make the Observer? Yeah, he's
have a good chance of coming back on this.
Yeah, but he's slowly getting rid of all the infrastructure, which is kind of what Protoss, or rather Zerg, can afford to do. The Immortal is dead. Oh.
There's another Immortal coming up.
Why is he building the robotics bay, and why is he building it here? I've never seen this build to be honest. I don't want to criticize Protoss so much because I mean, I assume the MMR is a bit higher than what we saw in that 2v2 game.
Yeah, much higher, I believe.
Yeah, but all the army is dead. Like, the supply is literally in the Observer, and that's kind of it. And now all of Protoss's tech has been lost. Like, why did you build a robo bay here? You could have built it at home.
I mean, to me, I think once he failed to build the cannon and the first main base, then just natural, I think he can just go back and just start expanding and play the macro game instead of just spending all the money here, building.
Yeah, if you made like two cannons on the low ground, or you deny the Zerg space, that's fine. But he did that, then he got a gateway, then he got another pylon, then he got shield batteries, and that's all just money down the drain. So, my goodness, I'm looking at units lost. Protoss has lost 2,600 minerals. Zerg has lost under 1,000. That's insane.
I mean, it's fine to have like shield battery, but just not the other stuff in this place. Because the main reason to build that is just to stop Zerg from expanding. Yes, you did that, great job, but back home you do nothing, and now because you lose everything, you're building a second Nexus. I think that's basically GG.
Yeah, you didn't really have that much other choice because you didn't really tech up. You spent too much money trying to like siege the Zerg. Yeah, there's one Immortal, there's a shield battery with overcharge, which has some potential. Oh, good ball, good ball. And yeah, now Photon is just gonna rally stuff across.
I think he's gonna kill the shield battery first.
Yep. Oh, very good call to kill the shield battery. Like, when the shield battery first came out, everybody said it was overpowered, and within 1 week, Zergs are like, no, you overcharge it, and I will just kill it. And with that,
he had a good start. Just that didn't utilize the good start.
Yeah.
On Mr. 9, and very smart play from Photon building the Ravager.
I genuinely think the high ground pylon was to try and like scare Photon, because you put it so in the open that he's just gonna pull probes and kill it. You know? Okay, so that's most of the replays. In fact, I'm gonna just tell our Twitch chat and see whoever. No, I'm gonna tell our Discord, the people whom he's a can rusher who's obviously bad at the game, but yeah, but you get an observer like KingStar, like you get an observer to clear creep is a good idea, but you get an observer a bit later after you've already gotten like Immortals and the Warp Prism, because the Warp Prism is what you need, you know?
Yeah, an earlier immortal will be helpful in that as well. Because the observer basically there's nothing for you to observe because you're basically just sitting right in front of the house.
Yeah, you had. I mean, the enemy had like 2 units. Okay, Protoss had what? 1 Stalker and 1 Immortal. And an Observer, that's it. If you
Yeah, so
had.
basically just sitting right in front of them. You
Correct.
don't need more observers to observe.
Correct. In fact, the Immortal died just before the next Immortal popped. So if you had swapped out the Observer for another Immortal, you swap out the third Immortal for a Warp Prism, it would have survived. Again, we apologize. I apologize rather for the frames, but Saito, like that's the puzzling part. This person got like a good amount of MMR to face. I don't know. Maybe it's a placement match. I don't know. I would expect more from a cannon rusher. But yeah, must have been pretty good. All right. Let me just put it out in the university. Blah 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 blah. Let's
So on
see.
that day, the Protoss player, Mr. Nine, learned that the immortal isn't actually immortal. Nice one, dude.
It's supposed to be immortal with the sheer batteries. Did you watch Classic versus Rogue in the WCS finals?
Sorry, no.
Yeah, that was in the semi-finals, and Classic cannon rushed. Classic did a cannon rush into shield batteries, into Immortal Warp Prism, and he made 3 Immortals. The Immortals killed like 30 units, and none of the Immortals died.
Interesting.
It's
I watched Parting did Cannon Rush to Su in GSL. It was very fun.
That was good stuff too. Okay, so alright, so we'll move on to the FFA. The only other replay I have is the one that I was planning to throw in for this. But I'll prioritize the FFA.
Yep.
And this is actually kind of.
I'm waiting for you to finish the statement. That's why I'm like.
I know.
Yeah.
This was an insane. Okay, let's do this. I actually had to change. I actually had to change like the observer. Look, there's so many people that it doesn't even fit in the replay info. Okay, so for those who don't know, which might just be Saito, but for those who don't know, this was actually played at the end of a community session we had. Basically, whoever, in fact, all of these players are from Singapore. This is amazing. I'm just clicking like the everyone, and it's got so many people. Okay, so
it's Archon, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so spawning in the 9 o'clock position.
9 o'clock position.
It's 9, right? Yeah, the 9.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, the 9 o'clock position. Representing the Zerg team, it is Nameless, Totoro, and AlmostNoodles. Oh, you can see all the interesting. Spawning
like
in
it,
the
man.
1 o'clock position, give or take, or 12:30 position. The Terran players, it is Redgunnerguy, which is me, Hell, and Cracking Ducklings Clare. And in the, I think, 4 o'clock-ish position, the Protoss players, it is Follow LeoRusher TV, that's literally his name, Psycho, and KingStar. So here's the thing, Nico. Even though I was in this FFA, I've never watched the replay. I only had vision of Terran.
That's why the chat we only have for Terran's chat, but not overall's chat. I guess that.
I see. Cause this is like my replay, so it's probably only captured my information.
Yep.
So honest, like I know the outcome, but I have absolutely no idea what happened in the center. Have you ever played an FFA, Nicole?
Nope. Oh, I was late. I was like, hey, you see how I texted you back? I was like, hey, what's the community channel? But then
Yeah.
But then you started. Yeah.
Yeah, we were already like in it quite a bit, and FFAs are a really weird thing in StarCraft because it's completely and utterly imbalanced. but at the same time, it actually teaches you a lot of things. I have
actually partner up to finish off one guy first.
you can, but do you trust?
Like,
but do you trust that the other guy's gonna hold his bargain?
for not really, but it will be fun to see how it works.
It would be, but here's the problem about FFAs, because the backstabs are really like, oh, let's, like, if Terran and Protoss said, oh, let's just rush Zerg right now. What happens if Terran rushes Zerg and Protoss just waits, and then Protoss like comes in and kills everybody else, or Zerg or Protoss like, or if Zerg says, oh, I'm moving out, how do you believe him? Because you don't have locked alliances, I don't think.
Well, sometimes there should be some trust in humanity.
This is
Actually-
StarCraft, what are you talking about?
Okay, actually, one question. Why aren't you guys expanding yet?
Okay, so basically the way that the Terran side played it is,
You're on Terran, that's why I'm
yeah,
asking you.
is that we kind of abdicated control to Clare, because Clare is a Master's Terran.
Yep.
So it's like, you decide what you want to expand, you decide what you want to do. You have the higher MMR and you know how to read situations better than us. So he decides to prioritize units, and I'm like, yeah, okay. By the way, it kind of worked that each player, each team had like a de facto captain. I think,
The higher MMR default become the captain.
yeah, Psycho is one of our 3 Singaporean like Grandmaster players, like consistently. So he was the captain of the Protoss. Nameless, I believe, was the highest MMR Zerg, so... Alright, so right now we have a scuffle between the Terrans, the Protoss, and the Zerg, all down at the Protoss's base, but Protoss is gone for an Oracle, which, honestly, we do not have anything to defend against it. Like, Terran...
What's your role in playing this Archon? Were you controlling the Reaper?
Yeah, so me and Hell, we split up some of the Reapers. And we tried to do some damage. The tricky thing about Archon is that you gotta be very careful when pressing a F2A move, because you will end up, you know, just pulling all the units out of position. One thing I know that the Zerg players did is that they dedicated somebody to just spread creep.
But yeah, that actually pretty helpful, to be honest.
Yeah, because spreading creep is like, it's actually very taxing to, you know, inject, spread creep, control army, macro upgrades. But that's the
Yep.
beauty of Archon, which is that you can split up the roles.
Once well played out of nowhere.
I don't know, did something happen? It could be mind games, you know. By the way, like, when this game was being played, all of us was in the Discord channel. So...
In the same room?
Yeah. That was fun. Okay, the last Reaper on the Protoss side dies. Zerg is sending links out across the map. I kid you not, it took us like, I think 10-15 minutes just to set up the lobby, because we weren't sure how to assign people into Archon. And then assign 3 teams, and then like have enough spaces for everyone. Like, this is not the kind of thing you think about when you're laddering.
Yep, that's true. And since you said that there's one guy dedicated to spreading crypt humor, now I understand why the crypt is so well spread in 6 minutes in. This is almost like a quarter of the map already.
Yeah, this is GSL level, although there are 3 Zergs.
Yep, 3 players, 6 hands.
Yeah, six heads. So as all 3 players are more or less background and minor skirmishes, like let me tell you the background story of this insanity. Originally we wanted to play a 9-player FFA, which isn't possible, by the way, because the maximum in most maps are 8. There are a few custom maps with 12, but I think the maximum is 8. The problem was that somebody complained that, no, I remember who. Clare, my captain, said that, wait, if we do a 9-player FFA, that's 12 workers times 9. That's already over 100 workers at the start of the game. his computer would burn down. because that's the truth. Like, the processor would not be able to handle it. Like, that was his concern. But then
Did you guys end up trying?
no, we didn't try it because somebody then realized that, wait a minute, what if we do just three armies, which is what you see here, and then we go into Archon. So because it doesn't actually take up that much resources, because the way StarCraft works is how many things are on the map. You know?
Yep.
And honestly, a 3-player FFA is not that bad compared to an 8-player FFA. So we see, okay, this is kind of interesting. Like, Protoss went for like this mass adept, and they are attacking to Phoenix. I mean, Phoenixes are a safe option because you kind of have that air control. Zerg is just going Ling Bane and into Spire.
I'm in love with this creature, man. It's so beautiful. And I believe one of your guys doing this Raven alien thing.
I remember that was me. Like I like the third, like the creep spread is actually at our third base, like the Terran's third base. So I'm like, no, I gotta push this back. But then after a while I realized that, oh, this is quite far.
Yep. Did you get surround? Yep, you did.
Yeah, I'm dead. Let's see what these Phoenixes do. Actually, this is quite smart. The Phoenixes can just supply block the Zerg to infinity. Oh, that happened. Yep, drones getting picked off. The queens are being forced out of a creep spreading to respond to this. A lot of drones going down.
This is I really like it. This is very smart.
Yeah, Protoss is now also taking creep clearing initiative with the adepts.
Oof, it's just right next to your base, man.
Yeah, we take some losses here. Let's see how Protoss is doing. Pretty good, actually. Phoenix, oh man, Phoenix Adept. This is such an old style. This was a style that was extremely popular in, I think, 2017, to the point that they had to nerf the Adept because of it. Every TVP was Phoenix Adept. Every single TVP.
I think Protoss is doing pretty well here, having their fourth base being established here.
I mean, compared to Terran and Zerg, yeah.
Yeah, and Zerg, because Terran, just because the creep spread is right next to your house.
Yeah. Furthermore, like, Protoss didn't really lose any drones, not drones, probes. Oh, in fact, Zerg is actually on 78 workers. Terran is on 57 and Protoss is on 70, so... I remember somewhere in the middle saying like, this is pretty lore accurate. Because you know in the StarCraft 2 lore, like, Terran is always the one being considered the underdog. Like, think about it, a bunch of humans with guns and flamethrowers against the nightmare that is the Zerg and against the majestic Protoss. Okay, but these Phoenixes are actually fighting well against these Corruptors.
Oh, the Adept.
Oh.
All gone.
Oh god, indeed.
Man, yep, 2
Wow,
gone.
even with resonating glaives. Okay, so the Adept count has been... It's still 11, but it's been quite reduced.
Yep, Corruptors in to counter the Phoenix as well.
Yeah... I mean, Corruptors are not really a bad choice, because if you want to go into Ultimate Zerg Air, Brute Lords, at least it's that way compared to, say, Hydras. Picking up some Banes is a nice touch.
Yep, and now you're doing your job.
And getting... I mean, this is the nature of FFA, like, he just killed a bunch of Banes and then turns around and kills some Hellions.
Are you controlling the Cyclone Hellion here?
I can't remember.
Oops, and the surround coming up, transform to Hellbat, and you guys saw it? Nope, should be gone. Queens is out to join the battle as well.
Yeah, but the Protoss are like killing all the reinforcements.
Yep, the Phoenix is disturbing you as well. And here comes the carrier.
Yep, so... honestly, a lot of FFAs will devolve into who can survive the early game and who can take up into carriers. Psycho with the go, I don't know at what, but Yeah, I think he was determined to go and attack the Zerg. Like here's the problem with a 3-player FFA, which is that the stronger players will try to attack the other stronger players, because if they sacrifice their forces to go after the weaker player, the other player will be able to, you know, turn on them. Which is, I think, why the Protosses are like now going ham against the Zerg and really restricting the creep spread. And something about these FFAs, you know, the core is that the map is actually going to run out of minerals. Oh, this is a good run by Sub-Drone's kill, but the Ultras come in and these Hellions are all but dead. But here's the problem, like Zerg has built Ultras, how are they going to deal with this Kaitos army?
They have Corruptors.
Are they enough? There are also Phoenixes in the sky
another,
too.
There's another player in the game.
True, the Terran is here. Clare is making a lot of Thors. And Protoss has decided for some reason to go after Terran, while the Zerg is up on bases. Okay, here we go. It's an engagement. Oracle gonna cast a Revelation and die. Ha.
Can you guys hold this push? It's going to Terran.
Oh, these Thors are just going down so quickly.
Yeah, I need to transform to the explosive thingy, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, but it's very hard because against interceptors. Oh wait, the Nidus went down somewhere.
Oops, the willming is being completed soon. The cooldown. Loop.
Yeah, so Terran is getting absolutely like annihilated. Here, like every thought that comes out is just gonna die. At the same time, like Zerg has gotten, you know, a pretty damn good army and is looking like it's in position to just annihilate everything in its path. There are just not enough Thors and Vikings to deal with this. Oh, but a Zealot run by. Oh, this could be something. Because the Protoss Zealot run by could have just antagonized the Zerg into action, and now the Zerg is attacking the Protoss's 5th base.
Yep, but the career flies really slow, so let's see what.
Mass recall.
Mass Phantom cannon as well.
Yeah, but that's only coming up now after a bunch of probes died.
Well, I don't think he. I think Photos is still fine because you guys are in the trouble. Terran is in the biggest trouble right
yeah, then now's the thing. Now Protoss has to immediately turn around and fight Zerg. One carrier goes down, but the Corruptors decide to pull a retreat. I think there's just too much in the air for Protoss too much Protoss in the air for Zerg to be able to comfortably take it out.
And then like the chat coming up from your team.
Yeah, because Terran has been. I mean, we were hit pretty hard, you know. But thankfully, right now, the Zerg and the Protoss are fighting because of a run by.
Yeah, I think Protoss at that time, Protoss can just finish you guys off right away.
Yeah, it could have killed us and then taken our bases. But thanks to a run by, which led to an Ultralist Link counterattack, which has now like taken the attention from the Protoss away from the Terran towards the Zerg. Oh yeah, there you go. This was very low accurate.
What does that mean?
Again, because in the lore the Terrans are always the weakest race. Because think about it, like the Zerg is this nightmarish biological monster over millions of years of evolution. The Protoss have thousands of years of like just look at it, Protoss technology is way beyond Terran technology. And even Jim Rader admits in a straight up fight that the Terrans would just die. Thankfully, the Protoss and Zerg are also fighting each other, so none of them have decided to just like massacre the Terrans as they are.
I think if Terran decided to just all in you guys just now, the Zerg might just wipe some of the workers out as well. It's a good. I mean, the Zerg just somehow, you guys are fortunate somehow the Zerg is in the Protoss base.
Yeah, like, actually, I didn't even know about that. I was like, oh wait, the caravans are gone. Oh, okay, that's good. I didn't know it's because of a run by. Now the Protoss army, the Protoss air fleet is gonna try and move out and push it to creep, pushing back that creep spread. It's actually a very scary army because they're high Templars, although they're down on the cliff. My frame rates are probably gonna drop because there's a lot of interceptors in the skies. Does Zerg? Oh, Zerg is building the spore force to counter this, and it's gonna come down to, are there no infestors? Ooh, good. Ooh, these storms are so painful, but
yep.
But there are no more storms.
The Ultralisk is gone.
The Ultralists were actually quite important because they were helping to tank for the interceptors. Oh, it needs to micro the copters.
And now you guys hitting them at the same time as well. Zerg is in trouble.
Zerg's in quite a bit of trouble. I mean, thankfully because Protoss and Zerg were fighting, Terran has been able to rebuild a semblance of economy and actually get like a good Thor count back. But that's
Void Ray is so strong against Corruptor.
Yeah.
And I like the question, do I even bother with the creep? Because it's just too much for you to clean up.
It's not so much. It's not so much there's too much to clean up, although that's very true. It's the fact that, do I want to antagonize the Zerg? Like, see, here's the thing. I had no idea this fight was happening. Like, none of the Terrans. Yeah, none of us knew that the Protoss were
running low on mineral. What? I think Protoss. I don't know who won, but I feel like Protoss has a good chance to win this game as well.
Yeah.
Did I guess it right? Protoss won
We'll see. I don't want to spoil it for those watching in future on YouTube. Even though me being here, I know the results. Protoss technically has the strongest endgame army composition because carrier, mothership, Void Ray, High Templar is pretty unbeatable. Throw in sentries and disruptors.
I mean, right now, if Protoss just go to your 4th base, the one around 2 o'clock, they can just finish that base off.
They might be, but the Zerg... Is he gonna do it?
It's kind of getting to like a very static pace right now. Like who's gonna attack who first, because the first to attack will be in trouble.
Correct, because the first to attack, I mean, means that he's gonna commit his army resources into a fight, and that leaves him open to the third player. Like, I like this FFA is really interesting because there's a very interesting, balance of power, where one player can't just attack the other player recklessly. If not, the other player might just come in and kill him. Oh,
Another knight is being established.
Is he gonna get it?
Recall. No, the recall is here.
Oh no, but the DTs! They get the Nidus. Okay. The scouting planetary fortress goes down. We had an extra one, so. Like, here's the thing. Like, if you go to like the respective visions, like, I'm going to Zerg vision. This is all Zerg sees. Zerg has no idea what's happening between Protoss and Terran.
Yeah, because both of you play up the creep.
Yep. I'm gonna switch to Protoss vision. Protoss only knows what's happening within the Protoss borders. So.
And you are being very honest.
Yep. But furthermore, the thing about when you see the allies chat coming up is only between the Terran players. Protoss has their own chat, which I can't see. And this is all Terran sees. So I have no idea, like, neither player knows where the enemy army is, which is quite problematic. Like, I had no idea this fight between Zerg and Protoss was happening. And Zerg is getting screwed. And that's the thing, like, you actually run out minerals on the map. All of the main bases are dry, all of the naturals are dry.
Ooh. Nice pullback. Ooh.
And oh, this DT is actually doing a lot of damage. Took down an Ultralisk, and I
I
mean,
like how you guys Terran just AFK and sitting off.
we took pretty heavy losses. We didn't want to risk our army again. But here's the thing, like, again, I don't know the perspective of the Zerg. Again, Nameless, if you're in chat, you can enlighten us. KingStar too, for that matter. I don't know why they decided to like not really attack Terran, but I'm just glad it happened. I know we sat back because you saw we lost our third base. We were almost knocked out of the game. And now we've got vision, we're kind of back. That being said, the Golden Armada is still pretty powerful.
Who built all these turrets?
You mean cannons or spore call?
On the Terran, You see on your 2 o'clock base, there's so many turrets being built.
Yeah, probably. I know I did it. It's probably Clare because
There's all the minerals.
yeah, it's all the middles, but also because we knew that we would have to take on the Golden Armada, and it's actually doing not too badly.
Yeah, you guys built it in time.
Ooh, it takes out the Raven. An excellent pick off. The anti-armor missile would have been so good. This might have caught. Oh, anti-armor missile.
You guys just defended this one. And there's a Miss Micro on the top.
There are a lot of things happening. Like a lot of players here are trying to figure like what to do. I think it was smart that Claire went for Thors. We just killed the bulk of the Golden Armada.
Yeah, and the turret just saved you guys in time as well.
Oh yeah, the turrets did a lot of help.
I was still doubting the turret. They were like, is that a good play? But then, yeah, they said a Void Ray first, so it kind of defended the Void Ray.
Yeah, but behind this, like the Copter Flock is flying out in the middle of the map, and thankfully there are no Brood Lords, so the Copters can't really threaten the Terrans. And oh, DT is doing a lot of damage.
I think we just have some Ravens.
Yeah, we got a Raven, and but nice, they blink out.
Look at the amount of. Oh my god. This Protoss not. Okay, there's a Nexus. I thought it's a safer way to just. Okay, P
Oh, the Zerg, yeah, the Zerg cancelled the Nexus.
Oh, now I understand what KingStar means by the P's.
I mean, this is actually a problem in low econ games that you don't really have detection, and you can't easily get detection. So those DTs really worried me at that point in time. I just took out my ghost. At the same time, you know, Zerg is attempting to do link run bys against the next base. And did we get all the DTs? We had to, right? Oh yeah, there's this random siege tank here. In the meantime, oh, the Copters are spraying down another base.
Really hard to control the force, and there's 2 depots here blocking the top.
Oh yeah, but they don't get the base. The base has 58 hit points, another 3 seconds and they would have gotten it. Well, another 2 seconds.
Shield battery is filling up.
No, but the shield battery only had energy after the Copters left.
Yeah. Pretty lucky on that.
Yeah, because again, at this point, every single mineral counts, every single cube of gas. Because there's not much left on the map, and you can only replenish your losses so many times. The Copters are probably going to try and piss on this base again. Do they have enough? They do. Wow, 3 players, none of them go and heal the Nexus.
It's okay, they built another one. That's very good. I think they are mistake by building all the cannon at the front. Like not 360. 360
Yeah,
cannon.
they should have left some at the back, because this isn't the first time the Nexus has gone down. Another Nidus, but there's nothing inside, and I mean, it's not minerals that Zerg could waste. Like, I'm clicking on all the respective races. None of us have more than 1,000 minerals. Like, Protoss has about 500. Zerg has 300 and Terran is at 100 and less than 200. This is a pretty
That's all
wild
your
game.
army right now.
Sorry?
That's all your army. Which what do I micro? So what did you micro at the end? Oh, okay.
Do as the captain says, right?
What's this a micro? Just make sure it all comes in. It's a big fat unit.
Yeah, but you can even do stuff to make sure that they do come in. Do I fire the anti-armor? Does somebody fire the anti-armor? Hello? Well, we get another Protoss base and secure some minerals for ourselves as Terran. And the Zerg spray down another another base.
Yep,
Another base.
There's 2,000 mineral. I think you guys should just fly your CC over. Save some money.
Yeah, we don't have money for another CC, so...
Yeah, it would be better if you just fly your CC over.
Yeah, the main base is slowly flying over.
Oh, okay, it's flying over. I thought you guys were building it.
Nah, we're not gonna bother. We don't have the money. I remember I was trying to get nukes because that's one way to just... it's quite hard to hit, but it is one way to just annihilate like an enemy army off the map. Now that being said, Zerg is actually rebuilt to a decent amount. The Zerg is currently at 159 supply, Terran is at 163, and Protoss, after losing that fight, is on 118. So right now Protoss is losing.
I like what KingStar said in the chat. It's like, you know how the Nexus we said that it went down uncontested? He
Yeah.
said that he was swapping in Stalker, but someone just kept after him.
That's the problem with FFAs. And here it goes again! And they're gonna get it! And to be fair, like, Protoss doesn't really have the money to like build a bunch of shield batteries at the back anymore. Like, the Protoss is slowly being torn apart by the Zerg and the Terran on two fronts.
Yeah, poor Protoss.
You know, here's the other irony about FFA, like, it's not just about what is happening, it's also the perception. I'm very certain that both the Zerg and the Terran, I can speak for the Terran at least, thought that the Protoss was the true threat. So both of us, even though we didn't say it, kind of like gang up on Protoss. Because like, oh, this is a scary armada, let's kill it. And Terran is like, we just killed the armada, let's take advantage of this. So it's not just like what you see, it's what you thought you see.
Nice. And you guys have 22 workers on the last base because there's all the minerals you guys have.
Yep. There's literally like there's nothing left. Like the only base that's any other minerals is the Protoss's building base, and that's only because the Zerg kept killing it. Oh, we're gonna have a three-way fight. The Protoss are cleaned up, but then the Zerg come in and engage, but
The Zerg came in a really good position.
not really. They kind of like dumped on the ramp and lost quite a few corruptors.
And that's all you guys have? No more ravens? Are you guys producing any ravens? Production?
Nobody.
Nope.
Tada wang na abang.
And now, chasing on the Zerg. The Protoss decided not to join this fight.
Yeah, Protoss literally only has this one base remaining. Oh, but now a bit of a base trade because the Zerg ground army is going after the remnants of the third, fourth base, forced to lift up. Thankfully the corruptors are not here.
They went to the wrong base. This is like no ad mineral. If they went to the one below it, then you'll be in trouble. That's your only source of income.
Yeah, although it's not that much income to be fair.
Yeah, but still your only source.
See, here's the thing,
Some
like...
ravens, some miss micro by you, I assume?
by one of us, yeah. Here's the thing, like the Spore Forest was designed to deal with the Protoss. It wasn't designed to deal with this mass store. I mean,
Yeah,
we're
but-
even dropping mules to try and keep them alive. All the while the Protoss is actually mining at a decent rate.
Oh, I like this mill into repair, man. Creative.
Yeah. I mean, that's the good thing about the Terran army. It can be repaired, but this is costing us minerals. Minerals that we don't have.
I'm gonna try this in the future. Calling down Mew to repair my tank.
Oh, you absolutely should. Especially if you have energy. Like the clutch repair can make a difference. Or especially the other one is repairing BCs. BCs and Thors. Those are like the those are like the VIP units, the MVPs, you know.
I just watching at home. Which means AKA AFK.
Well, it looks like how big is the Zerg army? A lot of it is burrowed. Oh wow, this looks kind of disgusting. Like the Zerg army just burrowed the way it is.
Yup, if you walk past there, you're in deep shit.
Yeah, so
I mean, oh, did you guys win it? Seems like you guys won it. I feel like the Protoss attack. I think the Protoss went for Skytoss way too early, where you guys and Zerg are prepared for it, which won the game.
That's hard to say. They almost killed us just now. Remember?
Yeah, but they didn't.
Yeah,
because they killed you guys and Zerg went for them. Zerg is the biggest winner.
It could have been, but think about it, like if Zerg didn't attack the bottom base and if Protoss didn't recall, we could have just died there and then.
Yup.
So this is the weird nature of FFAs. It's really like watching a drama play out because you don't know what's gonna happen.
I think that should be it for Zerg right now.
I mean, Zerg should have just tried to like base trade, but I specifically kept a good number of units at home.
Wait, do you?
Yeah.
Okay, there's some tanks, random tanks stuck.
I
like this play. You put the CC at the factory right in front of the ramp.
Yeah. Is Nameless the Zerg representative explaining the situation in Twitch chat or anything?
KingStar is here.
Does KingStar say anything new?
Protoss, we were trying to see size of Terran army but couldn't find it and didn't expect to be in Zip base. Oh, okay.
Okay, so Protoss is now in the exact same position Terran was. That cuddled, they're like hiding in their base, terrified of the huge Thor army, which is on the other side of the map.
I think Zerg is basically GG.
Which is kind of funny because Zerg always looked like in a strong position throughout the game.
I think Zerg should just do a run by to Protoss, just kind of like YOLO, have fun. Because the army basically can't do nothing to your Thor as well.
Yeah, I mean,
okay,
they were trying to kill the buildings with drones, and then I siege up my tank. Like a base trade against Terran might have worked.
I mean, against Protoss, the Zerglings can just go into Protoss base
Maybe.
and have some fun.
Maybe, but that's the thing. Like, we would need
the remaining building.
We would need lame. Yeah, but it's gonna bleed out. Like that's the thing. If you're playing Zerg, and again I can't speak for them specifically, the enemy is kind of Terran, which killed everything that you owned. So do you really want to go and antagonize Protoss right now? Oh, by the way, like Zerg, it's perfectly possible that Zerg doesn't know how much Protoss has left.
Oh yeah, that might be true as well.
And they have no idea, they don't know like how deep the defenses go. Protoss? Oh, Zerg doesn't know. Zerg has one queen which needs to spread creep. But that is not happening.
Oh, Nameless is here. Was like, yeah, what's your question?
Oh yeah, what exactly was your thoughts at this point in time? Because Nico was just saying like just YOLO, send everything into like the Terran or the Protoss base.
I mean, there's nothing much they can do with this amount of money. This amount of army.
They are on the verge of elimination. They have 1 minute left because they have one building.
Yeah, you guys didn't hit that for some reason.
We were kind of busy. Okay, they jump on. They're jumping on Terran.
Oh, GG. Now there's 2 left, and I think Protoss decided just to all in with the Immortal's Darkest Acorn.
Yeah, and I remember at some point I discovered this additional base and this huge army because I've actually got a CC floating over here. Actually, come to think of it, like that last hurrah from the Zerg, took out enough of the Terran army that it's now a real problem. Like, before the fight, maybe there was a chance Terran could break through, but right now the chances are kinda zero. And the DT is also doing a lot of damage.
Yeah, DT surprisingly doing a lot. Because someone just F2 the Raven as well, because Raven's the flying fastest.
Yeah.
Fastest moving unit in the map, in the game. For Terran at least.
Banshee with Hyperflight Rotor, but that's only after you get the upgrade.
Alright, now last fight coming in, I think Terran got it.
Do we know there's a lot of more?
Why you guys stop calling in Mew? Oh, you guys find CC
We have,
around, okay.
we don't. We have no energy. We need to scan for the DTs.
Okay. Oh, you got lost? Protoss got it. Protoss won. Wow. Wow, what a dramatic way to win the game. They were elite by so much and got killed by you, and somehow he survived.
We should have killed them when we had the chance. But as a Terran, as a representative of the Terran team, I'm very happy to say we did not come in last.
I mean, you guys always come in last.
Almost. In StarCraft, almost doesn't count.
No, I just like how, because Protoss was untouched by you guys, and they just save up the Immortals and the DT, and that's it.
Yeah, we were. I mean, it's so weird, right? Like, we were about to kill the Protoss once and for all, and then the Zerg attacked us. And then the Terrans just turned all our attention to annihilating the Zerg, and the Protoss just rebuilt.
Yeah, that's the beauty of like FFA. It's like one that's